Adam and Eve fell, bringing sin and evil into our universe. Period. Why do people keep forgetting that bit of information? There's no problem of evil. There's only the consequences of it. God wants us to be holy like He is, and that can only be achieved through obeying Him and not deviating from His word. When a dog walks on his 2 legs or does a backflip, isn't that so amazing? Isn't that so impressive? However, we forget or fail to realize that the dog isn't the real hero here, the owner is. The owner who trained him, who taught him those tricks. However, it only worked because the owner worked with an obedient dog. And now the dog is capable of the most amazing things that he himself didn't know he could do. And who had that awesome knowledge? Imagine you have a square. You only want a square, but then someone cuts it in half. Now you either have 2 rectangles or 2 triangles. No matter how much you wish for it, no matter how much you demand to have your square back, you're now stuck with the newly made shapes, and you'll have to work with them. An action altered God's perfect creation. Call it a dent, and we have to work with it. There's absolutely no problem, no deviation if things can be molded to be whatever we want, not what God intended, and then we don't like the result. The true problem here is that, although we're the ones who inserted the virus into God's programming, we cannot fix it. The problem isn't really ours, but His. And how will He fix it? By Him accepting those who are obedient and accepted His Son's sacrifice. Since it all culminates in this, the problem of evil exists because people simply refuse to be obedient to what is good. Being obedient to what is good is all about human behavior. What about animal violence and suffering, babies with deformities, and natural disasters? God cursed the ground, the entire earth, and the universe. He took away our allowance, and now we have to get a job. He took away our security detail, and now we're prey to the will of evildoers. Our will be done? Fine. But let's not forget that our will could have been perfectly done if it wasn't for the events that transpired in the Tower of Babel. And the Lord said, "Behold, they are one people, and they have all one language, and this is only the beginning of what they will do. And nothing that they propose to do will now be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and there confuse their language, so that they may not understand one another's speech." I think we could have fixed anything and everything. Diseases, natural disasters, the non-control of the animals, the dominion of the cosmos, death itself. We could have even given ourselves superpowers. However, there's one thing that, unless we removed our free will by lobotomizing ourselves, we could have never gotten rid of, and that is sin, immoral behavior. Therefore, whatever great technological and biological advancements we would have been able to achieve, it would have been used to oppress others, those who we deemed unworthy, unless, again, we removed our free will, which would make it not real. We would always abuse our power. There's no discussion. There's no perfect level of man-made earthly system that would make us ever stop being jealous, lustful, or power-hungry and not act on it. There's not. But still, I do get upset every time I'm reminded of what happened in the Tower of Babel. What would it truly have been like? Nothing that they propose to do will now be impossible for them? Are you serious? But then I have to remind myself that whatever God prevents or alters is because it would have been so much worse otherwise. Worse for His plans, not our pleasure. However, we are talking about the problem of evil, which once again is a dent in God's perfectly molded world. So, His plans are better than our pleasure. We cannot reject God's existence or think He's cruel because there's evil in the world. It's because there's evil that we know that good exists, that He exists. Every single time I truly doubt God's existence, I'm reminded of the devil's existence, and that makes me feel better. The problem of evil is like saying there's a problem with being famous and dealing with so many people. You went after that life. You could have kept that door closed. Now you have what you desired, and you must deal with the consequences.